Hi, I'm Daz. I'm the producer of The Drift, and we're just getting ready now for our second major visual effects weekend. The film has now reached the second edit stage, and we're now going to be looking at actually more specific issues with the visual effects and the sequences. Ben here is not part of the visual effects team, he's just playing on his computer, but tomorrow and the day after there will be people sat all here. We've got the table in this time as well because we've got more people coming in than last time. So we're trying to set everything up so that we can get over all the different things that we need to do. And there's quite a few things that we need to sort out. So even produced like a list of stuff that needs to be done. Everything we still need to look at sort of workflows. What's a workflow? Basically how we start recognising what the visual effect needs to be done and how we do that between us and who does what bit and when the data's transferred and who it goes to, all that kind of blah. It's all very complicated. But if we set it up now, that means that we don't have that problem every time we have an effect. I'm not going to read all of these out, but also starting to get right down to the sort of the nitty-gritty of sequences themselves. So when the ship arrives in the movie, where does the ship go? What happens? How's it going to look? What's it going to do? When the ship goes to the drift, where's the drift going to be? Where's the planet going to be? Where's all those sorts of things? You know, we can actually watch the film because now we're at second cut. We can actually look at the film far more sort of objectively that we can see it in front of us, so we know what the film looks like. I mean, it'll still be cut more, etc., as we become more creative, but it's certainly a sort of good sort of starting point for that. So doing that as well. Still working on some of the ship design stuff as well, so we need to crack on with that and see how that's coming along. At the moment, it's you alright, Ben? Yeah. Yeah, what are you doing?
Whoops.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yes, he's just a lightsaber or something. So you know, even just looking at the ships themselves and starting to get more down to the sort of the specifics of what needs to be done. Also now things are going to ramp up. I've sort of said the last sort of couple of months that was a time to test, figure things out, etc. Because once we get past second cut, then we start actually producing effects, the chroma keying, all that kind of stuff. So this weekend we're going to start doing that. I've chosen a couple of scenes that we're going to start working collectively on. But then the idea is that ultimately that they'll be able to work on these remotely, because the fact is we can't get together every day or even every evening. So that is something we have to sort of practice. So the idea is we'll start working like a LAN, a local area network to start with, just to make sure our workflows are right. So we pass the information to the right person and the files are going in the right place onto our server and all that kind of thing. And then ideally, before the end of the weekend, we move from LAN to WAN, so wide area network. So basically, pretend that we're all in our different places around the UK, but actually we're still in one room. But the actual interface, so we actually will literally send stuff up the internet, back down the internet, and all the rest of it, even though we're in the same room. So we can identify any problems that we have with that, and we'll have Matthew, who's our tech guru, who will manage that. Here again in real time, so that we can work all that out. So the idea is that we're set up so that once we all disperse again, we can actually start producing. And that's the key thing now, is producing the visual effects, because we're really now in a sort of the point where we need to actually start producing the effects. You alright, Ben?
Yeah.
Very noisy.
I destroyed him.
You destroyed him?
Yeah.
Did you?
I destroyed Empire Man.
You destroyed
and the Stormtroopers.
You destroyed the Empire Man and the Stormtroopers?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I destroyed the Stormtroopers.
Right, okay then. Well done. Anyway, yeah, so there's a lot of work coming up, and I've sort of, again, things I've repeated before, both on the diaries and also to the guys themselves, that, you know, this is the time now, you need to start ramping up, and we need to start producing, you know, a certain amount of shots a week type thing. This is now, the production line has to start. So that might be a bit of a shock for some of them. You know, that they need to be spending, technically, I don't know, 12 hours a week at least on effects, if not longer. You know, a couple of hours a night, or one day of mega intense. One thing we're going to look at doing after this visual effects weekend is having like a virtual production weekend. So we all stay in our same places, but we're all googled up, all like on webcams, all at the same time. We deliberately say, right, from 10 o'clock, we're all going online, and we're all just going to do our jobs, but we can just talk to each other virtually. So just like we're all sat in here facing our computers, they can actually do that at home, facing their computers. But if they talk loudly, we'll hear them, and everyone will hear each other, and that's the idea. So we'll be working on that WAN, but we'll all be doing it at the same time, and see how that goes. I'm not sure how easy that's going to be, but again, we need to have proper times where we're doing it, because otherwise it's just not going to happen. People just don't have the discipline most of the time to be able to sit down and do a lot of what is frankly quite tedious work, and that's the problem. A lot of the effects are very repetitive, and arguably there isn't that much fun. In some ways, it's fun once you've finished it and you see it and you feel proud, but actually doing it is a bit tedious, and that's the value of having these weekends, that people can actually get together and share the pain, and hoping that these virtual meetings will do something similar. We'll see. So there we go. We'll do another diary over the weekend while everyone's here, like I did last time. See if there's anything I can show you, I will do. I'm also hoping to put up some more day shoot documentaries like we've done so far, to do those as well. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.